with the English against HRE on Boulder Bay.
Yeah, so HRE is a very popular choice on Boulder Bay because their economy is just so good. You can like get the prelate out, buff your wood line. You can age up with the Akon Chapel and pop the prelate in there,
Mm-hmm.
and it can be just like a huge boost to your economy. And MarineLorD is sending that villager to build the dock, and he actually has no one on food right now. But now just rallying, interesting. Yeah, so you can
Yep.
kind of do a different opening a little bit with HRE because you do train the prelate.
Yep.
So you kind of have a little bit of like extra starting food in a sense.
There's some wiggle room. It's just time basically that
Yeah.
you get from training that. You're still having to invest, right? Which should be a problem. But he went for the wood early, and he's going to go for the dock first so he can get the fishing ships out and compensate for that food income with the faster fish. Meanwhile, 3DB is just about to start his dock right now. He's sending that scout forward too to look for the dock placement from MarineLorD. MarineLorD also with his scout on the way, but he's looking for some extra sheep currently.
Yeah, and so defender's advantage can be quite good on water. Just when you're fighting with water, because your docks can heal. Just reinforcement advantage. So it'll be interesting to see how greedy both these players go, and who is the first one to kind of push. And do they stay age one? Do they make like 10 fishing boats, or do they go a little more safe and do like 5 fishing boats and push?
I really like MarineLorD's map here. Even if B goes for some like land army or something like that, look at the golds for MarineLorD. All the way at the back there. He's also got a relic over on the left corner. So if B shuts that middle ground off, he can at least get one relic into the cathedral.
Yeah, definitely. And here we go.
MarineLorD kills the sheep before he runs back.
Yeah, classic right there. But not super critical, on a water map, of course. But yeah, it's always nice, right? Just to take out one sheep there.
All right, so we've got a transport ship. Yes! Oh my god, is this the strategy that I've been hoping to see forever? The very first time I saw this map, I was thinking of the strat, and I don't think it is. God, I was getting so excited. Thinking you could sneak a villager over to this island and make docks up there. Sacrifice like 3 fishing boats so your opponent thinks he's gotten your fish, but you're secretly booming behind.
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting to see him open with a transport ship here.
Is he going there? Is he going to do it? Oh, man. He's been reading my mind.
Wow. Okay, I've never seen this. And yeah, this seems pretty good. I mean,
no, he's going to the corner instead. He's going to make forward buildings, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he's going to, like, build a barracks. I think he's going to maybe build a barracks and go for mana arms in H2.
Wall the relic? Someone's saying? Maybe. He's distracting MarineLorD Scout by attacking the gold.
Age 1 barracks. Okay, so the English, they can make mana arms in age 1. They're the only civ that can make mana arms in age 1. And this actually is, I really like this because usually it's really hard to do the age 1 mana arm rush with English because the mana arms cost 120 resources, and it's just like very hard to train them that early in the game. But you're playing on a water map, and he has 4 fishing boats.
Yep.
So his resource income is just, kind of exploding very early, and he will be able to, produce constantly from this barracks, perhaps. In a second barracks here.
And I love how he's made them right beside that relic, too. So if MarineLorD wants to gather that, he's going to have to go through the units from B to get that relic in the cathedral. This is a really inventive strat here from B, and you love to see it on a map like Boulder Bay that usually is just a pure water battle, right? With a stalemate on land. So great stuff. We're in for some exciting times here.
Yeah, and this is going to be tricky for MarineLorD. He's completely unaware of it, of course, and I'm really interested to see what his response is going to be. He does kind of have the woodline within TC range, and he does have some straggler trees, so if there are like mana arms on his woodline, he can you know, still gather wood a bit safely and just
Yep.
maybe pop a lot of villagers inside the town center.
I'd love to see B sees that relic near his berries, or sorry, near his barracks, not his berries. But I would definitely love to see him scouting the other areas of the map, especially near MarineLorD's base, just to find some other relics to see if he can deny those as well. Because the golds are at the back here from MarineLorD. If he cuts that off with the men-at-arms and denies the relics, MarineLorD is going to have some serious issues.
Yeah, and B is attacking the docks with man-at-arms. I really like that choice. And one more annoying thing is that B was attacking a villager on the wood line, and the prelate was healing that villager for like 30 seconds straight, which meant the prelate wasn't inspiring any of the villagers. He was losing that economic bonus because of that small annoyance.
Yeah, griefing him a little bit with that, with the starting scout as well, so he didn't have to invest in into that military pressure at all. There's a lot of fishing ships now. There's 7 fishing ships for B with an 8th one on the way. If MarineLorD goes for some galleys, which he's doing right now, he could kill that entire food economy. He's got to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, and the time is gonna be really close here. It looks like the galley is gonna pop out before these men-at-arms can kill the dock, and I think these men-at-arms are really just gonna get pushed back, and this is gonna look quite good for MarineLorD.
Yep. I think it's time to send them. Oh, he's going for a wall off. He sent that villager all the way around, and he's trying to wall MarineLorD in.
That is very interesting. I'm not exactly sure what it accomplishes.
Well, it's going to result in a villager death here, as MarineLorD sees that right away.
Yeah. And that's quite a lot of wood to build that wall, so... yeah, very interesting stuff from 3DB here.
I love the fact that he's going for something different. And he brought the scout around, so the villager will be safe for the time being. He's got the men-at-arms there. He's going to head into the economy for MarineLorD and be pushed out a little bit by that town center. But an outpost now being placed from B, so he's ignoring the water pressure completely, and he's going to focus on land for the time being.
Oh, and here we go. One archer popping out to deal with that single villager trying to build the outpost.
And it was already weak.
Yeah. And the one dock did go down from MarineLorD, but he does have a second dock, and the galleys are going to push back the man-at-arms here. So, and MarineLorD does have one galley killing 3DB's fishing boats. Yep. So, yeah, very interesting strategy from 3DB, but it's not looking the best for him right now.
I'm going to mention it again, and it might be beating a dead horse, but I would have loved, instead of walling this off and making that tower, put that villager in the transfer ship, make a dock in the left side, and then shift a few of your fish over there. If you're going to make 8 or 9 of them, right? Let him kill 3 so he thinks he got him.
Yeah, that's actually like a great idea, right? Just to hide the dock and, trick your opponent into thinking like he won C.
But the men-at-arms are in here, and there's only one outpost there, so only space for 5 villagers. TC got some good shots, and the men-at-arms are going to be attacking that outpost. However, they can still be ranged by that town center. So he will be losing military units slowly but surely, and he does, I believe... No, he does not have a relic. He has a prelate in there. That is the one for the prelates, not for the relics. HRE, so he needs to go out and get some relics of his own once he goes up to the next stage.
Yeah, and this strategy kind of falling apart for 3DB here. Even like attacking the tower, like even if he had enough men-at-arms to get the tower really low HP, HRE has the emergency repair ability, so he could always just use emergency repair and keep that tower alive. So.
MarineLorD still fishing behind this. One transport ship for B on the water only, and that thing has nothing inside of it. The docks are now gone. And what is the plan from B? As he still has the barracks out front. He's got 3 of them, but no villager forward. Nothing on water, and is already forced to go into farms right now.
Yeah, definitely did not go according to plan for 3DB here. That second dock was really nice, actually, from MarineLorD, because, you know, if he got both of his docks killed, then the fishing boats, you know, would have been idle. But Obviously, that wasn't the case. So MarineLords had a really good economy this entire time.
3 men-at-arms. Oh, let's check out the current resources. Yeah, the struggling to produce, right? In comparison to MarineLord, who has those fishing ships.
Yeah, MarineLord definitely with a very big lead here. Now throwing up the Ragnet's Cathedral, going up to H3, and yeah, he's just gonna play it safe from here. You know, try to get the relics and adding stables. Probably gonna go for some knights.
I guess MarineLord doesn't know where the barracks are from B.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go explore up that way. He assumes that they're around there somewhere because of the way that the men-at-arms came in, but he still doesn't know where they are and how many of them there are. So he could maybe throw these archers into a little bit of danger here. Okay, now he'll spot the barracks. He'll spot the men-at-arms and say, "Uh-oh, time to run." Maybe make a few more units before I engage that.
And here we go. The prelates are moving out, looking for them relics. So yeah, it's a really nice thing with HRE. You know, you have prelates in H2, so you can actually place them like on top of the relics as you're advancing to H3. So the second you hit H3, you can already pick up the relic and then be on your way back home.
And the scout does so little damage to that prelate. He is going to go out looking for that relic. MarineLord's scouting is pretty good. I don't think he sees the... Is that just a bug in our spectator overview? That he can't see that relic? Okay, now he notices it.
Yeah, man-arms moving back in, but with the TC fire, with the tower fire, there's, I don't know, there's so little they can do here, kind of. They're going to try to go onto the wood line, but knights are already out here from MarineLord.
Yeah. And B feels like he needs to do damage now. He knows the fish have been constantly collecting for MarineLord. So he feels like I need to do some sort of eco damage, and it just seems a little impossible at the moment. You're constantly going to be running into the outposts, the TCs, and now there's knights on the field too, and you're still in age 2.
Yeah, it was definitely a very interesting strategy from 3DB, but it was basically like everything he did was just too slow, right? You know, first you have to invest 100 wood into a transport ship. You have to pop a villager in there, and then you know go across the lake to drop them off, and then build barracks. And it's like by the time you get enough man arms out, it's already so late where MarineLord's like up in 8 to H2, and he can just train one galley and kind of push back all the men arms there.
MarineLord's got the archers. Did we miss a Wallow, by the way? I heard the tail end of it, but I don't know where it was.
It was just him trying to convert.
He still got it. Okay.
Him.
Look at that stone wall there from B. He wants to get his archers, his longbowmen, up on top, and he's going for the Wallow. Get him!
Does he get it?
No!
Oh, close one.
Tragedy. Absolutely tragic. The prelate goes down, but the relic is still there. MarineLord going for the big place to convert, but he still has the knights. He still has the town center. This villager is trying to complete the walls, but on the other side, MarineLord killing the entire wood line from B and already killed the villagers on gold, and B just doesn't notice this at all.
Oof, yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, that's a GG right there.
Well, he's up on the walls. Okay.
Yeah, and the knights now moving in, taking out this army here. So, yeah, MarineLord looking very good. One longbow standing up on the stone wall. Gets taken out by a TC, though.
You have to appreciate the strategy. Like, even if it didn't work, you have to appreciate the thought behind it. You know, early transport ship into double barracks. He goes for the men-at-arm push. He tries to wall off his opponent. Neither of those things works. So he adds in longbowmen and tries to make a stone wall in the middle of MarineLord's economy. Like, this guy's got some balls, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's so cool to see these, you know, really unique strategies coming out in tournaments. So, definitely one of the funnest things to see.
All right, Archer's still looping around. There's Longbowmen there in defense. Let's look at the villager count. 61 for MarineLorD, 32 for B. And it's about to be less as MarineLorD is in here with Knights. And the Archers are still here sniping villagers. Double the amount of villagers for MarineLorD at this point.
Yeah, and this is game 3 deciding match, of course. So 3DB, you know, just playing it out completely. Can't blame him, but yeah, he had a great tournament performance. You know, even if he loses here and gets eliminated, made it to the top 4 of the semifinals. Yep. So very, very impressive.
Beat some very impressive players. That GiveUAnxiety guy is actually pretty good at the game, so.
yeah, ended up losing to 3DB. Yeah, but 3DB had like a really rough road. In the first round, he had a really tough opponent. GiveUAnxiety, and then he actually ended up taking out the Mista and some other really good players. So yeah, it's been pretty wild. Like the competition is so high in Age of Empires 4. Like you know, 64 players are in this event, and like every player feels so good, and you know, there's just so much competition. It's amazing.
I think the villagers forward for B died as well. So he's got one piece of wall that he can sit on top of here with the Longbowmen, and it's within range of the TC. Oh, yeah. God. Oh, it feels rough. It feels really rough, but it's the last game of the set, so you don't give up yet. You have a forward position. Maybe you can make something happen. Unlikely, but maybe. And B is going to try his best to close this one out. Do you think it would have been different if he didn't attack the dock with the men-at-arms first? If he went to the economy for MarineLorD?
Honestly, I think the dock was the best target because you can just pop all your villagers inside the TC, and like, yes, it would have caused a lot of idle time, but I think the TC fire would be sufficient enough to just like kill all the man-at-arms. And it just kind of wouldn't be a cost-efficient trade. So I think the right choice was going for the docks, but yeah, the rush it's just too slow. I think it's kind of too difficult to pull off.
And then, like my biggest problem was him adding fish behind it too. Like he had 4 fish when he dropped the forward, and then he added 4 more when he wasn't making anything on water. So all it took was a couple galleys from MarineLorD to clear up all of that, and he basically it was wasted investment for that extra wood.
Yeah, definitely. He was probably trying to, you know, increase his food economy because yeah, it's tough to constantly produce man-at-arms so early in the game because, you know, 100 food, that's pretty food heavy. So that's why it's the timings with the man-at-arm rush can be quite difficult to execute.
All right, here come the Knights. I mean, the barracks are now cut off. He's got a Knight over there, MarineLorD. He's keeping an eye on it. There's still an archer range, which I think has the gather point set all the way back to B's base. That's very interesting. The Knights are in here again. Spearmen are there, but not enough. The villagers are running back to the TC, and B is still not giving up.
Yep. Playing it out to the very end. I respect it. Usually, I kind of always dislike when you see players resign too early. You know, that's like kind of the worst thing, especially in tournaments. You want to, you know, play it out. Sometimes you'll see like a player resign, and it's like, wait a minute, was this game actually over?
There is a time, though.
Yeah, there is a time when, yeah, that is very true. There is a time when you should realize.
There's definitely a time, occasionally.
And that time may be now.
Yeah.
Yeah, MarineLorD in H4 here, so... Yeah, at this point there's not much to say. There we go,
there
there's
we
the
go.
GG.
Well played.
Does advance.
Well played, MarineLorD. Played a little bit more standard. B tried for something creative. It was really entertaining at the beginning, watching what he was doing, and he had a good showing in this tournament. But MarineLorD will go on to the finals. So everyone give credit to B for making it this far, and we are excited to see MarineLorD against either Viper or LucifroN. Wow, that's going to be a really good finals.
Yeah, definitely. And man, Viper potentially going to the finals in his 4th straight tournament is just crazy to think of.
I'm used to it. I've been
Yeah.
watching Viper for so many years. It doesn't surprise me, even with a new game. Does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, obviously has had an insane career. The GOAT of AOE2, so yeah, it's been awesome to see him do very well in Age of Empires 4.
All right. Well, we're gonna get set up for that. Well done, B. Well done, MarineLorD, of course. And thank you for being here with me. It's nice to have an expert